Okay, we're going to try this one more time. Have you ever sat down at your table and just had a day? Well, I guess I can move you back. I'm having me a day. So it started out wonderful. As yesterday, I went in and I added some walnut stain to the cover. And I absolutely love the effects. Like, this really is turning out to be a big pain in the butt, but it's also turning out to be my most favorite journal that I've ever made. I absolutely love it. I love how it feels and all of that. But right now she's throwing a bit of a tantrum, and I wasn't even going to record, but then I remembered that I promised that I would do that. Like, there are bumps in the road when you do junk journals. I'm still fairly new to it, so much in the junk journaling world. And so let's figure it out. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is I want this to seal. Now, it could be that it's just not dry. I did do E6000. I did put the signatures in, as you can see, and I did do it on a hidden spine. Now, I've never had a problem doing a hidden floating spine, whatever you want to call it. But I've also never worked with Craft Tex. So it's kind of being a little challenging for me, shall we say. So let's figure it out. So the first thing is the spine itself is actually on, okay? So our signatures are on. I just used some coffee dyed, paint dyed, like you name it, dyed for its tie because it went perfect. But now you can see the mess that we have in here. Now, I know a lot of this is because it's going to need to dry. And so that has not happened yet. But what we're going to do is I'm going to glue down these sides. And I'm going to glue in our paper, and I'm going to glue in our little ladies. Then we're going to say goodnight because we're going to let that dry for a couple of days. That should also tell me if the inks are going to need to. So I don't even mind that I got stains and whatever on the papers because it's grunge. But let's go ahead and do that in, get it sealed up, and then you guys will see as much as me because I actually love it. This is like a bendable soft cover. It's fantastic on every end. So now I've got to just figure out why this is giving me such a headache. And I may not have like the right clamp. So I'm going to actually pull this away so you can see there's our hidden spine. I just sewed in the signatures to it. And we are going to go ahead and glue. And I think that is the big thing, is that I'm just needing it to dry longer. But I also want my papers to be in there. So getting a little high on the fumes here. So I kind of want to do this really quick. And then I'll probably go in and I will do a Mod Podge if it's still pulling up. But I'm filming this on a Friday, and my goal is to, realistically, I have a lot of traveling coming up for my granddaughter. I also, my husband is having another surgery as some of the tumors came back. He has bladder cancer, excuse me. So we have to go up to Utah too. And so, I'm going to try to get out at least one video a week, if not two. So I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I think it's the lovely smell of this glue. And so I'm trying to work somewhat fast to get it in. But like I said, I wasn't even going to turn on the camera because I think better when I'm not talking to myself. So, but then that kind of defeats the whole purpose of doing all of this. So I think, I don't even know if you can mix glues. Well, I'm gonna be getting high either way. So here we go. Let's put down this for our paper. So let's get, oh, you guys, I hope you can, you're probably not even seeing me, sorry. Let's move this back. Sorry. And let's get this. So, I hope this will wind up being helpful, because the worst thing is that I rip it all apart and I will start over. But that is the reality of junk journaling, as it happens. Like, you have to figure out things sometimes. There's no way that I'm giving up on this cover, because I love this cover way too much. The cover itself has come out perfect. I've never had issues with my hidden spines. So again, I'm using some other materials that I've never used before. So, you know, it's good practice, because I'm getting ready to do like a series of these floating or hidden spines. Okay, guys, I got to turn you this way so that I can measure this up properly. And let's get her in there. So I'm wanting her to come out to this edge, which means I'm going to need a little more glue, I think. I want to make sure that she's on there pretty straight, because we're going to bring that cheesecloth over. It is. So let's get her on there. And like I said, here's the reality. If the worst case scenario, like the whole worst thing is that I just tear it up. I mean, even on this, the worst thing that can happen, come on, I know you're so hard when you have gloves on sometimes, but I want to make sure that she's glued into this. Is you have to just start over sometimes. And I have had to tear books completely apart. Scrape. I've had to file things down. You name it. Okay. We're just going to get the other side going, because you can see this is just the bandages that I have. Came out of first aid kits. Oh, okay. So the whole spine wants to come off now. Come on, work with me. Where's a pair of scissors? So right now it looks like a big mess. So you can see I like the whole spine on there. And I basically just glued it onto that Craft Tex. And I think I just haven't let it dry long enough. But in one way, I'm really glad it didn't, because these girls needed to go in. The cover plates needed to go on. And so we are going to get that laid down. And then we're going to lay it back down and see if a few days dry time is what she is needing. And if not, like I said, it's not a big deal. I will turn the camera back on and we'll figure it out together. I will just start over, because I'm going to save this cover one way or another. And it is truly one of the best mixed medium ones I've ever done. I love the look. I love the feel. It looks so real in person. And so we are going to figure this out, or I am. It happens. It happens. It happens. And so, thank you guys. You gave me some amazing compliments yesterday, and we're over 100 subscribers. Woo-hoo! I so appreciate it. Then, I'll show you how touch I am with social media. My friend Susie messaged me, and she's like, you know, you have to follow people, right, on Instagram? I'm like, well, I think I've followed everybody that's, like, sent me a request. And she's like, no, you have to, like, go and request. So live and learn, live and learn. So if I haven't found you on Instagram, you can find me at Sugar's Crafty Closet. I have been finding and searching out some amazing artisans and sent them requests because I really am big about supporting other artists. I really, really am. And so, oops, come on. Come on, I can't talk and try to lay this straight, okay? You're going to have to give me a second, y'all. Because I want that to go down a little bit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So I don't know how well the filming part of this is going to be because she needs to go on straight. Okay. Now what I have to do is we're going to... Okay. Maybe that's why you have tears, because you're going to make me cry, dude. And I love the name, Miss Pamela, that you sent out. So she sent me a name. If you guys have another name, I will put all of those out. Maybe we could vote on a name. If anybody else has a name for her. Okay, come on. Sorry. Like I said, I can't always jabber while I'm trying to do this. You can see I have gloves on because I was playing with the E6000 and then I had to take my granddaughter shoe shopping and I was peeling glue off again. Okay, so now what I have to see is I am going to re-glue all of this, but I want to see how much of this. This is hard to do and film and get straight. So you may get paused, but I'm thinking I kind of want this netting to go over her because it looks mysterious. So we want to just lay some more E6000 along. I have this big one, but I also had some little ones, and I'm thinking the little ones will work better. Oh, this stuff stinks. I don't know what else to say it, dude. But I don't want it to lift, so these 6,000 it is. I'm going to make sure that this book lasts for as long as possible. In my book note from the bookmaker, I always do remind people, however, that it is glue and paper. So you all have to, I do everything I can to secure it and make sure that it's going to last a long time. And I'm sure all of you do too. So now I know a lot of other people have a lot, they do this hidden spines with just Fabri-Tac. Yeah, I don't know. I feel more confident using the E6000 because if I can get it to stay down, then I think that it is going to be the better of the glues. So we're just going to do another little glob on there. And I think once it dries, we're going to be okay. So let me just squish, get more up here because it's going to need, and again, it could be because I've never used the Craftex. I know that it's fantastic. I know a ton of friends that use it. They make all their journals with it. So it could just be a new medium that I'm having to learn how to work with it. Or I could just be having me a day. Like it happens in the studio where you're working along and you just can't get things to work out that day. It happens. Okay? So, I'm going to line this up now. And get her where she's straight. And get straight. Okay. And we want this to come out. We want you straight. So now, I don't know if I'm going to have enough clips to get this on there. This is super hard to do, film and stay in stay where I need to stay so that you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm sure somebody out there and Junk Journal World is like, oh my goodness, what is she doing? But you know, this is how I learn. I try very hard to follow tutorials, but my brain doesn't always just like let me learn that way. Okay, so now I want you. My nose is running. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do some pressure on this, and I'm gonna have to hold this for just a little bit. And this is where you literally don't want to watch. You don't want to watch glue dry. And so I want to make sure that I'm getting it down at least where I can get it to set for a minute. And then I can leave it overnight. So, suspense. Da, 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 da. We shall see if it works. And this will probably come out on Monday. So I guess on Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever I can get these posted, y'all will see if it worked. Right along with me. Or you will watch me rip it apart and start over. So have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Oh, sorry. You won't actually have this. Again, this is being filmed for later. Boy, there is so much to this filming that you just don't think about. So, again, this probably won't come out till Tuesday or Wednesday. So I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Thank you again. Please like, share, because this is going to turn out to be an amazing journal. And I would love to give it away, but I can't till I get up to 500 subscribers. So, thank you all. And I will see you on the flip side.